Star Wars The Old Republic. You gotta love that game. What is up, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my gameplay series, or my gameplay series on the Star Wars The Old Republic, the Trooper class. Without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, so if you haven't noticed, I'm using a different mic. This is my headset mic I normally use when I'm not recording and not doing any gameplays. I normally use the Blue Snowball when I'm doing recording, but in this case, I didn't want to hassle with setting everything up. I figured I might just put the headset on and start recording and just talk about what I need to address. First off, I do want to address that I do like playing Star Wars The Old Republic. It's one of my kind of, in a sense, relaxing go-to games. Not one of my main go-to games, but one of my games I do play when I'm not doing recording and I'm not doing. Sometimes I even play with my friends. Heck, sometimes I even play with my girlfriend. Sometimes we do have our own class that we're actually playing and going on not a let's play, but going on a gameplay together, doing the same story mission. But in this case, I'm going to be talking about my Trooper class. Now, as some of you are probably aware, or may not even know, I did a gameplay series on Star Wars: The Old Republic, my Sith Inquisitor, which I I really did like that gameplay. I do like the Star Wars: The Old Republic, the Trooper class. I do love the Trooper class, and I do love the Sith Inquisitor class. But I feel like it's not anything new that someone else has done. Basically, the Trooper class is something someone else has probably done. I'm not doing anything new. It's not anything new. I mean, if I look up videos on YouTube and I look up Star Wars: The Old Republic Trooper class storyline, or Trooper class, or SWTOR Trooper class, there's gonna be someone's video that's been up for about already 5 years since the game came out. But in my case, I'm not really that. I guess I'm not all that familiar with the Old Republic. Heck, I even just, not in a sense, barely found out, but I just barely started figuring out how to work all the crafting. And that says a lot. I mean, I'm not in a sense a very active player on the Old Republic. I go on occasionally here and then to play the story, but other than that, I don't really do much of the flashpoints. I don't do PvP. I do operate operations when they was allowed with preferred status, but normally I don't do any preferred. I don't do any operations or PvP or flashpoints. I kind of just stick more to the story, and once I'm done with the story, it's move on to the next class and move on to the next class, and so on and so forth. With that being said, my Trooper class is nothing really relatively new. There's nothing new to it. There's other people who know more about the Old Republic, who their main channels are focused on Star Wars: The Old Republic and have done Trooper class gameplays on the Trooper class. For me, my channel is not focused on the Old Republic, Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's more focused on gameplays of new games and older games. For right now, currently I'm doing the game Life is Strange in preparation for the new game that's going to be coming out, Life is Strange Before the Storm. I also do Rainbow Six Siege, something I am absolutely very familiar with Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing that game since, I don't know, I guess since, if I'm pretty sure, I played it during the alpha. Was it the alpha or was it the beta? I believe it was the beta. I played it since the beta stage, the closed beta, then it was the open beta, and then it was the launch. So I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege since the beta, since the closed beta. So I know a lot more about Rainbow Six Siege than I do the Old Republic. Heck, I mean, on my Steam account, on my Steam library, I have about 1,059 hours put into Rainbow Six Siege. That's more than any other game I currently have on Steam that has that many hours. Currently, my games right now roughly run about between 159 to about 200 hours. Rainbow Six Siege is the only one I have about 1,059 hours put into that game. So that says a lot about me knowing a lot more of Rainbow Six Siege than I do the Old Republic. With that being said, I come to the decision where I'm actually planning to cancel the Old Republic series I'm doing of the Trooper class. I was thinking of actually maybe, oh, I'm gonna finish the game, finish the storyline, and then make this video. But as I looked up the missions and how much more, I'm in chapter 2. I'm barely starting chapter 2. I got about 43 missions before I complete the main story of the Trooper class. And I normally do 2 videos per week of the Trooper class. And it takes roughly about 4 videos to at least complete 1 mission. So if I was to go ahead and be like, I'm going to finish this, it's going to take too long of a period that I'm going to be more like halfway through. I'm like, I'm not even going to want to do this anymore. My videos are going to come out. They're not going to be as I'm not going to be as enthusiastic as I am currently now making them. What I do want to actually do, what I want to do is focus more on playing new games and old games. For example, Life is Strange. I mean, I did Tomb Raider. I do want to do gameplay on Shadows of War, the sequel to Middle-earth Shadows of Mordor. I do want to do gameplays on that after I do Life is Strange. So I just want to focus more on doing new games and old games, but put a lot more of my effort also on Rainbow Six Siege. I would like to go back and be doing my tips and tricks on Rainbow Six Siege, my what's the best loadout for an operator, the operator, I forgot what I called it, but I talked about the operators. I went over patch notes that came out. I did reviews on the maps. I went ahead and there was no commentary. It was just me walking around slowly, giving a whole entire view of the new maps that came out, talking about the new operators that were out. I kind of want to do that, but at the moment right now, I'm doing Old Republic, and I'm doing Life is Strange, and I'm doing Rainbow Six Siege. So I can only have a limited amount of time per each video. For the tips and tricks, it took me roughly about 3 days to complete. And those are 3 days I couldn't do when I'm doing the Old Republic, because so it takes 3 days to complete that. I had to give up either a Life is Strange video or an Old Republic video, so might as well just do a gameplay footage and stick that in and then go on to the next thing. It's kind of hard to do doing 3 things and focus on one thing that you really want to do when you have two other video series you're trying to focus on as well. So what I am going to do is I'm going to upload the last 2 episodes I have of the Old Republic, my Trooper class. After that, I'm not going to stop playing the Old Republic. I will occasionally come on here, and I will upload a video here and then of either, I don't know, a Flashpoint, a PvP. I mean, I'm not really much fan of PvP flashpoints or operations, but occasionally I might do something along the lines of that, or do some type of, I guess, an operation that is new or things like that. But I will no longer be doing any gameplay on the Old Republic. No like storyline, no like Trooper class, Smuggler class, Sith Inquisitor, or Imperial Agent. I won't be doing any of the storylines. I'm just gonna be uploading an Old Republic video randomly. I may upload one today, and then 3 months later not upload another one, and then upload another one. Then I may not even upload one for an entire year. What I do want to focus on is my Rainbow Six Siege videos. I do want to focus more on that and my gameplays, because my channel started out doing Clone Wars Adventures videos. I mean, that's where my channel started out. But after that, I went ahead and started doing gameplays on different games, and I did Rainbow Six Siege videos. Those were my main 2 games. It wasn't until about I think earlier of late last year I started doing Old Republic videos. And like I said, it's nothing new that I'm doing. It's not like I'm doing, oh, the Sith Inquisitor is something new, he's the first person to do it. There's people who did the Sith Inquisitor about 5 years ago, way before I even knew about the game. They did it 5 years ago, so those are the top videos out. My videos are going to be more like at the bottom, way at the bottom of the list, because there's other people who have already done it, and people who are still doing it are either bigger channels who have played the Old Republic for a long time and have a bigger viewing and bigger and more subscriber count than I do. So with that being said, I am going to cancel my Star Wars The Old Republic Trooper class story, and it's not to say that I didn't like. I'm not canceling because I didn't like it. It's not because I'm getting bored of it. It's just more like I want to focus on something that I know more about, something I am familiar with, something I am actually have a lot more knowledge than. Something I have a lot more knowledge than rather doing something I have little to a bit no knowledge of the game itself. With Rainbow Six Siege, I've been playing the Rainbow Six franchise since I was probably 15, 14. I played Rainbow Six Siege Revan's Shield. I played a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege Las Vegas and a little bit of Las Vegas 2. And I mean, I've been playing the Rainbow Six games and for a long time, and now with Rainbow Six Siege coming out, I've played that. With Rainbow Six Siege out already, I played that since the launch, so I know a lot more about that than I do about the Old Republic. Like I said, I just barely started getting into the crafting, understand the crafting, and I've been playing the game for roughly about 2 years on and off. So I don't know too much about the Old Republic, but I do know a lot more on Rainbow Six Siege. So, like I said, I'm going to be canceling the Old Republic Trooper class video series. I think I have 2 videos already pre-recorded. I'm going to upload that, but after that you will not see any other Old Republic or Star Wars Old Republic, any other video off the Old Republic. I'm going to start focusing more on Rainbow Six Siege and my Let's Plays that I'm currently doing, which gives me more time to focus on both of those since I'm only going to be doing 2 things. I'll be doing my gameplays and Rainbow Six Siege. So I also would like to go back and be doing H1Z1 PvP adventures with my friends, something I've actually been wanting to do, but I haven't had much time considering I was doing Old Republic, Rainbow Six Siege, and I'm currently doing Life is Strange. Now that I'll be focusing more on Rainbow Six Siege and Life is Strange, I have more time, more free time to work with my friends and record at least a little bit, like maybe a 15-20 minute video of H1Z1 PvP adventures. We actually might move from H1Z1 PvP adventures to player unknown battlegrounds, or unknown, I think it's player unknown battlegrounds. We might move from H1Z1 to player unknown battlegrounds, because PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds does have certain features in it that H1Z1 does not have, and something I wish H1Z1 did have, but not sure if they're going to have those features. But PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds does have those features, so we might actually move from H1Z1 PvP Adventures to PlayerUnknown PvP Adventures, where we have our own funny moments. But for now, we're still going to be doing H1Z1 PvP Adventures. Not sure when a new video of that's going to come up. Hopefully by the end of this month we can actually get one. We can actually probably get one video up by the end of this month. If not, I'm not sure when. It's just trying to find a schedule that works for all of us best. Also, I also do want to get back into doing Rainbow Six Siege funny moments with my clan members, something I've also been wanting to do for the longest time. But due to some issues and some, I guess, clan member issues, I haven't been able to. But hopefully now that everything's settled down and I'm going to be focusing more on Rainbow Six Siege, I can actually start going ahead and doing funny moments with the clan members on Rainbow Six Siege. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. Peace out. Live long and prosper, and may the force be with you.